Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Dear students, we have already discussed the properties of we have already discussed the properties of three states of matter. States of matter. That is, we have dealt with the we have already discussed about the properties of solids. We have discussed the properties of liquids, and we have discussed the properties of gas. Now in this lecture we will deal about the change in state of matter. Means matter can change its state. That is, one form of matter can be converted into another. Means solids can be converted into liquids, and liquids can be converted into gases, and vice versa. Means gas can be liquefied or liquids can be converted into solids. Means we can change the three states of matter. Means matter can change its state. Now what are the factors that we apply in order for solids to change into liquids and liquids to change into gases? Means how a solid changes into a liquid and liquid into a gas, and what is the process called in which solid changes into a liquid and liquid changes into a gas. Now if we take the solid, we already find the arrangement of constituent particles in a solid is like that. Means they are closely packed together, they are closely bound together, they are closely bound together. This is the arrangement of solid state of a matter. This is the arrangement of solid state of. Now if we apply temperature as a factor, what does the temperature do? That temperature means if we increase the temperature, means we are supplying energy to these molecules. When we supply energy to these molecules, the strong binding forces, the strong forces that hold the particles together, this energy should be utilized. That molecules, that those molecules, ये molecule जो स्ट्रांगली बाउंड टुगेदर है, द एनर्जी जो हम सप्लाई करेंगे वो यूटिलाइज करेंगे, खर्च करेंगे, किस में खर्च करेंगे? जो इनके दरमियान स्ट्रांग फोर्सेस है वो ब्रेक हो जाएंगे. एंड because of breaking of strong bonds between the constituent particles, what happens? The constituent particles will gain the energy and they move far apart. They move apart. They move in various orientations like that, and the arrangement changes from this to this, and this is the arrangement in case of liquids. What we say, the solid changes into a liquid, the solid changes into a liquid. When solid changes into a liquid, we say what has taken place? There has taken place a phenomenon called melting of solid. Means solids can undergo melting. Melting of solid means change of solid from solid state to a liquid state by applying a particular temperature, what we called as a melting point of that solid. Melting point of that solid means melting point is the particular temperature at which solid changes into a liquid. What is happening, actually happening? It is the arrangement that is changing by applying the energy, by applying the temperature. What happens? The energy is being gained by the molecules. Molecules take up the energy, and what happens? These molecules start moving further apart, and the arrangement changes like that. This type of arrangement is achieved, and we have already discussed this is the arrangement in case of liquids. So what we say solid changes into a liquid when we apply temperature, when we supply energy. Now again, if we supply energy to the liquid, what happens? The liquid molecules again respond to this energy. They will again respond to this energy. When they will respond to this energy, what happens? The liquid molecules will move further apart. They gain in kinetic energy. They gain in kinetic energy. When they gain kinetic energy, their degrees of freedom increase. Means they can translate, they can rotate, they can move from. And what happens? The weak interactional forces between liquid molecules, they are overcome, and what happens? The molecules move as far as possible